I personally really love the Draw This in Your Style challenge, or shortened to DTIYS as it were. I really like being able to look at the original artwork and just slow myself down and consider what I love and admire about it, how I can translate the content, the mood, and the composition into my own piece, and I think you can learn a lot from participating. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another one of my speed drawing videos. My name is Riv, and I enjoy making and talking about art, of course, and sometimes I also stream a little bit in my spare time. Not too long ago, there was, I guess, like a comment that someone left on one of my art videos, and I noticed the internet and people just say whatever they want sometimes, and I get it, you gotta have like thick skin, but it was a comment kind of accusing me on a video of me just talking about my art, so it caught me off guard, and of course I removed it, but even since then it's kind of made me question some things a little bit. And I'm not making this video so much to give that person or comment fuel, but some people might say it's better to just ignore it completely, which I did. But I mean, I still reflect on things after that and want to see if I can parse things out for myself and maybe if other artists have ever felt this way too. So the comment was specifically on one video I uploaded in which I really tried to speak in depth on what it was I liked about the themes and my understanding of a drawing that I was doing. And I don't know, maybe I sounded a little bit pretentious, but if you knew me, you'd know I can speak very analytically and passionately about things sometimes, especially when it comes to art. The comment tried to belittle me because the reference I used was of an image that some online artists have maybe seen within their own communities recently. So it was sort of like a little art trend that was going around, and that I was somehow, quote unquote, not successful in fooling anyone. So that was just all kinds of backwards. First of all, I don't try to fool anyone about anything, obviously. And it made it seem like an artist using a reference is also somehow like a gotcha moment, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like, most people probably understand that it is actually a good thing to collect and use multiple references to learn and be more accurate with what you're trying to draw, if it's like a certain pose or perspective or anatomy. In that short video, I didn't specifically say I used the reference because I only had like 1 minute to speak, and I never claimed I drew it entirely from my head or didn't have any other inspiration. In fact, there's other posts I made of the same artwork, and even a longer video where I do talk about how it was like an online art trend. And the original picture was credited, and it obviously was resonating with people. So my point still stands. In that original video that got the comment, a lot of people were commenting about how they felt towards the original image and the artwork. So I don't know, I think part of this is like there's sometimes this negativity and saltiness towards online art trends and seeing them as something like superficial or like you're just trying to get clout or whatever, but I'm like, okay, does it really matter? And like most artists, well, I'd say we're usually very thoughtful and deliberate with what we do because it is a lot of work. And doing an art trend can be a way to try something new, connect with others within and outside our community, and really just to have fun and enjoy something. I completely understand if you personally don't want to do them too much. Like, I don't even do a lot of trends like that, or even that much fan art for that matter. But like once in a while, I think it's fun. Things aren't often so black and white like that, one way or the other. It's very nuanced. I personally really love the Draw This in Your Style challenge, or shortened to DTIYS as it were. I really like being able to look at the original artwork and just slow myself down and consider what I love and admire about it, how I can translate the content, the mood, and the composition into my own piece, and I think you can learn a lot from participating. It also can give you and your account a little boost in engagement and like discovery, because oftentimes other people are participating too, and they're interested in seeing your rendition. So this speed draw is basically of my Draw This in Your Style piece that I did for Critter or Four Leaf Island, whose art I absolutely adore. They're active on YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky, probably most other social media as well, but that's primarily where I follow them, so I would definitely recommend them. They also make really good design feedback videos and guides for drawing certain things for those of us that want to draw like specifically stylized cartoons and little animals, so I think that's also really awesome of them. I did take some liberties, of course, outside of like how I handle line weight and texture. For example, one of the major things I did was that I changed the shape of the horizon line. I just thought for my piece it would look more dynamic with this like almost fishbowl perspective applied to the background, even though I know that's not really going on necessarily in the foreground. But I still try to keep a lot of movement in the foreground, and I like going for this more like painterly style for the rest of the background. I think it can give a nice simple effect of things being further and less defined in like atmospheric space. But okay, I think that's pretty much all I got for now. If you watched the video, thank you for that, and feel free to share your thoughts and experiences with this kind of stuff, though please just be respectful, of course. Thank you so much, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you guys again pretty soon. Until then, bye.